All over Wales you find relics of the Age of the Saints, that period when Celtic Christians went out as missionaries to their friends, their relatives, their tribe who were still pagan, preaching the Christian message. And here in the hills above Brecon you have an example of one of these relics. A fascinating old hermit's cell or monk's cell, believed to have been built by one of these missionaries, the man who came here to Brecon to preach the Christian message. It's in the trees just over here. When these Celtic missionaries came to a place, they looked for three things. The first was water. Well, of course, that's obvious because whether you're a farmer or a housewife or a saint, you still need water for drinking, cooking, washing, what have you. The second was access to the sea. Now, that didn't apply here in Brecon, which is inland. But around the coast of Wales, around the coast of Scotland, there are various places where you can find these relics, these Celtic missionary relics, right next to the sea. And the third, of course, was access to a town or a village, a settlement, where the people to whom the saint wanted to preach could be found. And you have that here in Brecon, because just down the hill you have the settlement known as a gair today. It was the remains of a Roman fort, and that was where the population centre was. Well, the water supply is right here. This is a pond. It's a bit choked with weed at the moment, in fact, of weed and rubbish. I've been here once when there was even a shopping trolley dumped in here. But this isn't the source of the water. The water supply, in fact, comes down this channel. Now, at the moment, the channel is dry. That's because we're at the tail end of a long, hot summer. But I've been here when this channel was absolutely flowing with water. The actual source of the water is just over here. This, I think, is known as a beehive cell because of the way in which it's constructed. The roof is very interesting because it's not composed of slates or stones set at an angle, but of stones, a layer here and then another layer a bit closer in, another layer a bit closer in, and so on until they all meet at the top. And in here there is a very rubbish-choked spring of water. I wish someone would clean it out. But this was either the cell of the saint, or more likely it's a cell which has been built over the spring, and the saint's actual residence would have been somewhere over here. And this spring was regarded as a holy well, a place of pilgrimage, a place of healing, and the water flowed out from here and down into the river valley, down into the town of Brecon. But this is a reminder of the age of the saints. An age when the Celtic missionaries came here preaching the message of Christ, and the pagans received it gladly. It never ceases to amuse me today that so many people are turning away from Christianity back to paganism. A sort of watered-down, modified version of paganism, but the real, true paganism, the original one. Its adherents gladly embraced Christianity, because they found it a better, more hope-filled message, because they found in it power that paganism didn't have. Not power to work miracles, not power to influence the weather, power to change lives. That's what we need in this world today.